Hello! Welcome everybody to your general weekly reading for the week beginning March 5th, 2018. Happy March! Can you believe we are already in the third month of 2018? It is just flying by. Very exciting. So this week I will be using the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. And I will also be intuiting some messages and feelings that come in from my guides and the universe. So, how have you guys been doing? I would love to hear from you. Let me know how you've been handling this year, how it's been going for you, anything exciting that's been going on for you. It's been kind of a hectic year, I think, for a lot of us. So hang in there and just keep on keeping on. When I'm tuning into this week's energies, it's a bit of a weird sensation and I'm not really sure what it means. I'm just feeling a whole lot of sinus pressure. And it just started right as I was about to record this. So this obviously has a message in it for us watching. For those of you who are watching this, this is some sort of message for you. So whatever that means to you, if you get sick or if you're feeling lots of pressure in your life, just, allow it to teach you and guide you wherever you need to be. It's a bit of an uncomfortable feeling. This is a weird message, but some of you are breathing in toxic air, so, spring is right around the corner. Maybe it's time to do some spring cleaning. You could have some mold perhaps in your house, so just pay attention to how you're feeling at home and your environment, and do whatever you can, like get a essential oils diffuser if you can, or get a humidifier or an air purifier or something like that. It might just be time for a refresh in the air that we're breathing. Open up those windows and get some fresh air. I think fresh air will do us all very, very good. It'll be very, very healing to breathe in that prana from the universe and that life force energy that is oxygen. So getting all of that fresh air, it really does us really well. So if you feel that pressure kind of building in this week, it might be a really good time to spend some time in fresh air, going for lots of walks and connecting to nature, breathing in, focusing on the breath. Conscious breathing as well. So this has been an ongoing theme this week, actually. Intentionally breathing. So using the breath to draw to you what it is that you want and using the exhale to let go of things that maybe need to leave. So whatever it is that you are wanting to attract into your life, with every breath, just consciously drawing it towards you and letting go of the things that perhaps are not serving you or things that it's time to let go of. And especially going back to that practice when you are feeling lots of pressure and you want to kind of go into the victim mode a little bit, or the crisis mode, using that breath to kind of work your way through it and guide you through that pain and get you to the other side where you can actually take action on the solutions to the problems that you are experiencing. I'm getting a chill. Whew. Angels are among us. So call on your angels this week and every week. But, if you are experiencing some difficult times, the last few weeks have been really intense. So if you are feeling that and you feel like you need help, even if you don't believe, it's a great time to call in those guides and ask them to come in and help you, because they are here for you. They want to help you, and they're just kind of waiting in the sidelines to assist you. So call them in. They want to be around you, and pay attention to those messages that you're getting, seeing numbers repeated, feeling those shivers, like my whole right side is like standing on edge, or however it is to you. Maybe you randomly see butterflies and you're like, it's March, why are there butterflies around? So just pay attention to any of those signs, because those are your angels trying to speak to you. Anything else? For some of us, we might be getting visits from dearly departed loved ones this week. Perhaps you just need that little visit or that acknowledgement from dearly departed loved ones that they are with you always. They never really truly leave you. And you can talk to them, you can connect with them, in sacred space, of course, but your loved ones are always there with you, even if they're not physically on this planet anymore. So for some of you, you may receive some visits from dearly departed loved ones, intentional visits, like you might see them in your dreams, or if you are, psychically open, they could appear in your meditations or something like that. So that is also a gift that is being brought to us this week for those of us who have dearly departed loved ones connect with us. Might be time to book a vacation. If you don't have anything planned vacation-wise, but you've been thinking about it, this would be a great week to do that. I think plans would go flawlessly. And if you planned a trip next week, I think it would be really easy, and I think you might find some good deals. And I also think that it would be just the thing that you need, is something to look forward to, a nice vacation trip to somewhere new. They're showing me a city, so it can be wherever you want. This is a general reading, of course, but if you are feeling like you just want to get out of your current environment, maybe even just visiting another city if you can't make it to a beach or, that wonderful European destination, and you just need to kind of get some new fresh air, maybe you can just go to a different city and hang out there for a little bit. Get a new perspective on life. Somewhere near water, perhaps. Doesn't have to be hot, just somewhere near water. Okay, so we are going to pull cards from this wonderful and lovely deck. We'll pull a card for the general theme. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so the Two of Spring. Bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams, great progress being made. So the Two of Spring can be linked to passion, to fire, to, our passionate side of life. This is showing me here that a relationship is being formed. Most of the time when we see the Two of Spring, it's talking about a work partnership, not so much romantic wise. It could be, a friend coming in to help you with something, or a new partnership is being performed. It can be romantic because this is a general reading, but for the most part, it's kind of more of a platonic relationship or a work-related endeavor that you are partaking on with somebody else. And this is a week of that coming into reality. So it's more like you've done the work, you've put down the intentions, and now that person that is going to help you move forward now begins to enter into your life this week. If that doesn't happen, it could be a week of laying that foundation, because this is a general reading. That could be it. But I think for the most part, it's already happened, and it's just you put in your order to the restaurant and you're waiting for the food to come to you, and this week it gets delivered. This is also a acknowledgement to you that you are doing a good job work-wise, passion-wise, hobby-wise, with manifesting, a new life or working on bringing something into your life. You are doing a good job. Cut yourself a break. Don't be so hard on yourself if you're not, I've talked about this before. We're in a time where we all kind of want to hermit a little bit, and we want to, kind of heal ourselves and rest and be inside with the cold weather outside, and that's perfectly okay. That's just the nature of the season. But when spring comes, which this is spring, when spring comes, we feel that rebirthing, and we almost want to propel forward and start on those projects. So if you've been beating yourself up because your business or your project or your dreams haven't been going anywhere, it's okay. It is still in progress. It's still going. You just need to constantly be thinking about it so that it's in your awareness. But if you're not always taking action, it's okay. It doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. So ease up on yourself a little bit. Yeah, they're really focusing on bright future. So if you're focusing on any particular problem and thinking, holy crap, this is my life, focus on a brighter solution. Focus on a brighter future for yourself instead, because thinking about what you don't want over and over again is just going to bring more of it into you. think it's going to be a good week, you guys, because we have the sun Monday, Tuesday. We very rarely get the sun in a reading, a weekly reading, weekly forecast, really, because usually, to be honest, the energy hasn't felt all that great in the past 6 months or so, probably, I would argue, the last 2 years. So this is really good. This is exciting. So the sun basically means everything's perfect. Everything is fine. Everything feels good. Everything's coming up daisies. So this is also a major arcana card. So there's not a whole lot of action required at the beginning of the week. Just surrender to the wonderful beauty that is your life and just enjoy the ride. So be grateful, practice gratitude, notice the wonderful blessings that you do have in your life, and just really focus on amplifying all of the beautiful things that you do have, all of the things that you can be grateful for. Set an intention to be grateful multiple times a day, even set alarms on your clock, and for 2 minutes straight, just think about all of the good things that you have in your life. And those can be things as simple as, I woke up this morning and was able to get out of bed by myself, or I have a wonderful family or spouse. It can be tiny things like, I'm so grateful I can afford Kleenex or toilet paper. Just going through and really counting your blessings will only amplify that, and really that focus this week or in the beginning of the week from the universe, that energy that we're feeling is like that. So it should be very easy to do that. And when you get nervous, focus on service. So if you start to freak out a little bit about your life, then really tone it back a bit and refocus on all of the wonderful things and all of the beauty that is surrounding you. Be grateful for the blue sky and the sun. If you can't think of anything else, be grateful for the sun, because the sun gives us all life. For some, this means a new job in the beginning of the week, which is very good. Oh, and this says gratitude for the blessings of life. I didn't even see that part. So yes, be grateful. Be grateful always, but especially, if that's kind of where the energy is going to take you in the beginning of the week, really just flow with that, because that's magic. That is manifestation. That is exactly what you need. So that's great. So take advantage of that in the beginning of the week, that little breath of fresh air. Take time to manifest, take time to dream, take time to plan for the spring when you feel less lethargic and you're able to propel forward on the things that you would like to bring into the world and things that you would like to work on. And so we have the Four of Autumn in the middle of the week. Manage your resources wisely, achieve balance in how you spend and save money, help out those who are less fortunate. So like I just said before, when you get nervous, focus on service. That came up even before I saw this card. That's just revalidating that. Revalidating? Doesn't matter. Reaffirming that is the case. So what was I just listening to Friday? I was listening to this podcast, and they were saying, it was Invested. They were saying, Anne Frank, I'm going to butcher this quote because I don't have it written in front of me, but basically the gist of it was, no one ever became poor because of giving, like over giving. So when you do good things, when you focus on the blessings in your life, and when you give more, you receive more. And so if you are feeling really freaked out in your foundational work life or your security or your job or whatever, take time and just go and donate some money. Go give somebody your time. Go do something nice for someone else, because that really refocuses your own crisis, and it really helps you to appreciate what you have, and it makes you almost regain control of your life and thinking, that felt really good to help out somebody else. And that's kind of what I'm going to keep feeding off of. So this is also talking about, giving in the right ways. So not giving out everything that you own, because you still need to live. But if you're holding on too tightly to money, maybe you have some wiggle room. Maybe it is a good week to go and do something nice, even for a friend. Take a friend out for supper or something. This is calling into question how our spending habits is, and this is in our full I got Kleenex in my hair. Speaking of Kleenex, so focus on the balance between saving and spending. Are you saving too much? Are you holding onto your pennies too much and you're not sharing? Are you spending too much and you need to kind of rein it in and save a little bit more? So kind of where do you fall in the middle? This is also all in our control this week, so that there are things that you can do actually to fix that. Maybe you need to learn about investing. Maybe you need to learn how to do something for someone else, or whatever it is that you need to do. Focus on balance in the monetary world, because the Four of Autumn is all about our real life. And fours, are foundational numbers: four legs, four wheels on a car, four legs of a table, four legs of a dog, and four wheels on a car. So it's very foundational. So where is your money foundation? Is it deep? Is it shallow? Maybe it's time to look at that. Also, if you are thinking of doing something drastic in your career, it might be a really great time to rein in the spending and start saving your money, so that you have the option to find something else, so that you're not feeling too doomed about what you're doing. So for those of you who are feeling a bit challenged in your work life these days and you really want to leave, try to not do something so drastic. Really plan and prepare for it. And that's something that you can do this week. We will be able to plan for the future. Even if we may not be able to certainly act on it, we can start laying those foundations in our minds and start kind of planning it all out. Okay, so great. For the weekend, we have the High Priestess. Trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. Okay, so this is kind of building off of what I said. So this is another major arcana card, which means that we also don't have a whole lot of control on the weekend, but that is fine. It is a great time to sit back and just watch what's going on around you. Trusting your intuition on what it is that you want, what it is that you need to do for yourself. Taking time to reflect on the actions that you're going to take, the future that you want to have, how you're going to actually get there, the people that are entering into your life, what are they to you? How will they help you forward, or how do they help you be a happier, better person? The way that you can really connect with this energy this week, and this weekend in particular, is to surrender again and to meditate. Spend time with yourself. Open yourself up. Meditation is the key to unlocking everything, really. It is the most foundational, most basic way that you can create a happier and healthier life for yourself. That's like step number one. Because then when you're actually forced to sit with yourself, you notice what's going on inside of you, and you can actually look at those kinds of things. And just naturally over time, you start to contemplate things more, and you just release a lot of stuff that doesn't really bother you, but it used to bother you when you were just irritated all the time because you never meditated. So if you haven't started a meditation practice, this is the week to do it, because you will really, really, really benefit from having that. And it doesn't have to be super complicated or intense. You can just simply find one on YouTube that you really like. And before you do anything rash, really reflect and check in with yourself. If it doesn't feel right, then something isn't right. And you just have to trust that. Even if your head is screaming at you like, this is the only opportunity, just trust how you feel. Because if you find that you're trying to convince yourself of something, it's because something inside of you is saying the opposite. And your mind is trying to convince the rest of you to do it. Interesting. So they're also saying to reflect on those times that you didn't follow that feeling. And you can even use the High Priestess energy on the weekend to do that. Set that intention. Reflect on those times that you didn't follow your gut. How did you regret it? What happened? For example, I was silly, and I was like, Mercury retrograde, you're not supposed to sign any sort of contracts or anything. And I was like, oh, whatever. Like, it's fine. Things will still happen. This is a really good deal. So I got a new phone plan during Mercury retrograde, and 3 months later, I finally received a check from the phone company, who wrongly charged me over $100, then charged me another $900 for the phone, which I won't bore you with the details, but they should have never charged me for any of it, because I returned the phone the very next day. But I signed that contract when it was Mercury retrograde, and I regretted it since. Like, whatever could have gone wrong with that did go wrong, and it was a nightmare. So, for example, that was one time where I didn't listen to my own knowledge, and I didn't listen to my own inner voice, and I really regretted it. It all worked out in the end. Of course, things do have a way of resolving, and it is all fine now, but it took a really long time, and it was like every single time something else happened, I was like, I should have known better, and I didn't. So those are really beautiful lessons for us all, so that we don't do stupid crap like that and then instantly regret it. And your gut is always right. Even at the end of the day, if you do something that your gut was telling you to do and you think mentally that maybe that wasn't the best decision, you will find that you do have peace within you, that at least you followed what at least you followed what you felt, and you can always fall back on that, because that is the most important thing. Because when we think that we're doing the right thing, but we don't feel like we're doing the right thing, that's often because our ego is getting in the way, and our ego is not our heart, and our ego is not always our friend. So really focus on how something makes you feel. If something is brought to you and your reaction is to withdraw, and you know how that feels within yourself, and you can even test yourself, like picking what you want for supper and just picking two options and feeling which one feels better within yourself. Like you may really want the pizza, but your body's telling you you need to eat a salad. So are you going to go with your mind that's telling you, like, which one is telling you what? And just practice even with simple answers like that. But always go with how you feel, because at the end of the day, even if your life blows up in your face, at least you can say that you were following how you felt. And that's a lot easier to live with than to live with an ego-based decision that really doesn't feel that good. But you're right in your mind, so that helps you sleep at night. Always follow how you feel, because that ego will keep you up at night. And that is my lesson for the day. I hope that you all have a fantastic week ahead, filled with tons of sun, amazing major arcana energy. I hope that you have a great, insightful, meditative week. If you, of course, need any help learning how to meditate or anything like that, I am always here to assist you. Or if you would like a private reading with me or a private energy healing, I would love to help you out. You can email me at thejourneytospirit@gmail.com and come and visit me at katiehunt.ca. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I so truly do appreciate it. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing with all of your friends. And I hope that you have a fantastic week. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being here.